Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Elimination Chamber pre-show. I am your host, MathWiz97, and here we go. Wasting little time, wasting no time getting this underway, as it will be Big E taking on The Miz and R-Truth. But of course, Big E, he's got the New Day. He's got Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods on his side. And, you know, the New Day, they've suffered recently. Ever since they debuted as a tag team, well, it's been almost nothing but losses for them. And the same goes for Awesome Truth in terms of singles competition. And, you know, Big E and Kofi, Miz and R-Truth, they've all been in the same boat. As singles competitors, they haven't been able to succeed, really. I mean, it's just kind of been, you know, they've had their moments, they've had their bright spots, but overall, they've just kind of, you know, been unsuccessful in Universe Mode. Just kind of faded into obscurity. But now, both teams are hoping to, you know, put that behind them, form together as a tag team, put their forces together, and see if their combined efforts can bring them success. But, you know, something's got to give. Only one team can walk out the winner tonight. Will it be Awesome Truth, or will it be the New Day? Here we go. Time to get this underway is now The Miz making his way down to the ring. Miz's history, he's a former Intercontinental Champion, but recently, as of the month of December, I mean, we have to remember back to where Miz lost a match to Adam Rose, who was the supposed hitman that had been plaguing Miz back in September prior to Night of Champions, prior to the King of the Ring tournament. Miz truly believes that he could have won the King of the Ring tournament if it wasn't for Adam Rose's distractions leading up to the event. And what about R-Truth? R-Truth, former tag team champion, but then he was injured by his partner, Zack Ryder, suffered a broken collarbone after being hit by a car that Zack Ryder was driving, and that sidelined R-Truth for several months, but then he made his return prior to Survivor Series to attack The Rock, and then, of course, at TLC, he lost in the match to The Rock. And since then, R-Truth has just kind of been, you know, not really much for him. We did see all four of these men participate in the Royal Rumble match. You have to remember where Big E did get an elimination. Kofi Kingston was actually that elimination. But Miz, you know, he was only in the matchup for a couple minutes before he took a GTS to the face and got eliminated very shortly in a short stint in the Rumble. Out of these four men, I would say R-Truth had the most impressive performance in the Rumble match. He did get a fair share of eliminations, although he was eventually tossed out by Booker T. But anyway, let's take a look at the match at hand now, as we've got Miz and Big E starting things out here. And look at Miz. Oh, just stepping on Big E and just hanging him up there with a hot shot. Just dragging the throat of Big E across the apron. And of course, or off the ring, I should say, at the ropes. I don't know where things are in the ring today, it would seem. But anyways, we can see now Big E gets thrown straight into the steel steps. But of course, those ropes, they've got steel. You know, it's steel wrapped up in, you know, the wires and whatnot they've got there. So, I mean, definitely just amplifies the damage of that move. And Miz, you know, trying to take an early approach, try to cut off the flow of oxygen to Big E. And, you know, as I've said in the past, if your opponent can't breathe, they can't fight. And if they can't fight, they can't win. Miz, you know, seemed to be trying to employ that strategy earlier on here. But, of course, Miz, we got to think as this matchup goes on, he's going to be targeting the leg of Big E. And, well, just as I say that, delivers 3 kicks right to the back of the leg, right to the knee of Big E. And now look at this. Elbow to the knee of Big E. And Miz, he's going to be looking to set him up for that figure 4 leg lock, paying homage to the legend Ric Flair. And now Miz, look at this. Oh, he pushes Big E right into an STO from R-Truth there. And now R-Truth looks to get his stake at make his claim in the matchup, stake his claim. But now Big E tried to counter, but R-Truth with the counter of his own. But Big E now counters, and look at this. He's measuring R-Truth. Look at this. Big E, big time clothesline in the corner, staggers R-Truth and drops him to the mat. But Big E now, I mean, right now he's definitely on the losing end of a beating, and he's, you know, he knows that, and he makes a tag into Kofi Kingston here. And now Kofi Kingston, the fresh man, takes R-Truth down. And this could be a good point for the New Day to finally take control in this matchup. But R-Truth tosses Kofi out of the corner. But now Kofi counters with a side Russian leg sweep. And of course, stay tuned, as later on tonight, The Undertaker will announce his opponent for WrestleMania 30. So that is something you do not want to miss. Heck, you may have already skipped to that announcement. You may not even be watching this matchup, in which case I'll be a bit disappointed, because this is going to be a good match. And these are two teams who are on the cusp of potentially turning their careers around. This is a big-time match for all four of these men. But, you know, I guess the big draw is probably, you know, for most people, Undertaker's announcement. So, but I'm sure you've already skipped ahead to that point if you wanted to see that and you didn't want to see this match. So, if you are watching this match, hey, how's it going? But anyway, let's take a look at the matchup now. I guess, you know, should we do like a code word or something if you actually watched the New Day Awesome Truth match? What should we say? Like, New Truth Awesome Day? I don't know. I'm not really gonna do that. But look at this crossbody there, springboard from Kofi Kingston. As I just went on my whole tangent there. But that tends to happen. If you're a longtime fan, you know that tends to happen. But now Big E tagged in this matchup here. R-Truth maybe looking to tag The Miz in. And that's nope, Big E blocked it with a boot to the face. And now there's a big-time German suplex. And turns it into a bridge. 1, 2, not even a 2 count, as R-Truth just barely kicks out before a count of 2. R-Truth really needs to make a tag to The Miz here, as Big E now tosses Truth into the New Day's corner, who of course has Xavier Woods at ringside. And Xavier Woods, so far he's been impartial. Could that perhaps change though, if this matchup, you know, starts to turn in favor of Awesome Truth? Could Xavier Woods perhaps get involved in this matchup? Or is he going to play, you know, just more of a respectful manager, just kind of here to kind of cheer his team on, try to give them a bit of moral support? As there's an elbow drop right to the knee of Kofi Kingston, as Miz trying to soften up his opponent for that figure 4 leg lock. And now look at this, a nice side suplex there, dropping Kofi down on the mat. Kofi trying to make it back to his feet, but Miz here cuts him off at the pass. And look at this vertical suplex there. And Miz now, he's got control here. Just kind of waiting for Kofi to get back to his feet, trying to plan out his next move. And there's a drop kick right to the leg of Kofi Kingston, looking to soften him up for that figure 4. And DDT to the foot of Kofi, continuing to work away on that leg. And now dragging him away from those ropes. Of course, you don't want Kofi to get a rope break if you're going to lock him in that figure 4. You want to have him dead center in the ring. Or if you're not going to have him in the center of the ring, at least have him closer to Awesome Truth's corner, because otherwise Big E can easily get in there and break up the submission hold. Nice neck breaker there from Kofi Kingston, taking down The Miz. And look at Kofi. He's setting up the boom drop, and he hits it right to the gut of The Miz. That could do it, but there's a rope break. Kofi unaware of his surroundings. That was bad ring presence by Kofi Kingston. But now he's going to pay for his mistake. Or maybe not, as he hits the Trouble in Paradise. That could put Miz away. There's a cover, but another rope break. This is where Kofi Kingston, you know, I think he's letting his eagerness to win the matchup get the better of him. And he's not paying attention to where he is in the ring. And that could cost the New Day in the long term. As this matchup continues, you know, it's going to give Miz and Truth an opportunity to bounce back. And that's certainly not what the New Day wants here. But there's a side Russian leg sweep by Kofi. He manages to take the Miz down. And he's going to make a tag. And in comes Big E. And Miz right now, oh, look at this. Wasting a little time, going right back after the leg of Big E. Really trying to soften the big man up for that figure 4. And at the very least, if you target the leg, it's going to take out Big E's power offense. And there's a big clothesline from Big E. Also take away his explosiveness, as he won't be able to run around the ring. But R-Truth breaks up the pin off the clothesline. And now Big E, he's got Miz right where he wants him. And I think he could be poised, ready to strike. And it might have been going for the big ending, but Miz blocked it. And look at this, Irish whip there. Big E comes off the ropes, and Miz takes him down with that neck breaker right there. But Big E, he's crawling, trying to get himself back into this thing, trying to force himself back to his feet. But Miz delivers a drop kick right to the leg of Big E. And now he's looking to end it here. He's going to go for that figure 4. And he's got it locked in. Big E's in a lot of trouble here, as Miz has got the figure 4 applied. But wait, whoa, 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 what is going on? What is happening here? What is going on? What is this? What is happening? And welcome back now from that impromptu commercial break. Don't know what the heck happened, but that was the commercial break for you. We're back now here on the pre-show. And there's a tag from Big E. And here comes Kofi Kingston. Delivers an uppercut to R-Truth. And Kofi Kingston knocks The Miz off the ropes. And this could be a big-time comeback for the New Day as he takes R-Truth down with a nice leg sweep maneuver there. And now Kofi delivers a kick to the back of R-Truth. As R-Truth is now the legal man, as Miz was able to make a tag. And now the two fresher men in the matchup get to get back into this thing. As R-Truth now rolls Kofi Kingston over. R-Truth wants to try to slow down the pace of the matchup to favor Awesome Truth. But Kofi Kingston, he's going to want to try to have a more fast-paced matchup. Try to favor the New Day a bit more. Because we know Big E can be quite explosive when he wants to. And Kofi, of course, he can fly around that ring like no one else can. Oh, what a move there now. As R-Truth trying to soften up the leg. The knee of Kofi Kingston, set him up for Miz's figure 4. And this is where, you know, it appears as though Awesome Truth are on the same page, even though they're still a fairly new tag team here in Universe Mode. And an elbow right to the knee once again of Kofi Kingston. Whereas the New Day, you know, they do seem to have kind of gelled together quite nicely. Although they haven't quite seemed like they're on, you know, they haven't seemed to have had that connection that some of the better tag teams in Universe Mode, the more successful tag teams, seem to have had. If we take a look at guys like the Usos, I mean, they're brothers, so they're going to have a connection like no one else in terms of knowing each other inside and out. The Wyatt family, they've been successful because they know their styles, they know how to work together, and that seems to be something that the New Day has been lacking a little bit since they made their debut, and that could be why they haven't had much success since debuting as a tag team. But Big E, or what am I saying, Kofi hits a drop kick, and now a clothesline right there to R-Truth. And Kofi, he's looking to follow it up here with a boom drop. That could do it. Kofi goes for the cover, and there we go, 1, 2, oh my, R-Truth kicks out at the last second, and just to keep Awesome Truth alive in this matchup. Look at Kofi, float over neck breaker there, taking R-Truth down. And the New Day's in control right now. Kofi's got R-Truth right where he wants him. What's he going to go for here? He's got R-Truth propped up against the ropes. Truth, he's got to make a tag to The Miz here. I mean, he's in a lot of trouble right now. If Kofi can just hit, if he can just hit one big maneuver, R-Truth could be out. He could be out of this matchup. But look at R-Truth here. A suplex into a stunner right there. And that's vintage R-Truth. So he goes for the cover. 1, 2, but Big E gets in at the last second to break that up. Break up the pinfall attempt. And Truth now, he's got Kofi over there in the corner of Awesome Truth. And he's going to make a tag into The Miz. And here comes the awesome one, the Hollywood superstar Miz. And look at that elbow drop and a kip up from both men. Wow, what an acrobatic show of acrobatics there. Show of athleticism by Miz and R-Truth. And also a bit of ego. Seems like R-Truth seems to have inherited a bit of Miz's ego. It seems to be rubbing off on him a little bit. But look at this. Kofi goes for the cover on Miz. And there's R-Truth. Well, didn't even need to break it up as Miz kicked out. Now Miz blocks a punch, delivers one of his own. More of a forearm, I should say. And now a knee lift from Kofi Kingston right to the gut of The Miz. And Kofi Kingston, out of nowhere, hits the Trouble in Paradise. He could go for the pin here. Oh, but no. This actually might not be such a bad strategy. You can see Kofi Kingston is running low on some stamina there. He's been in this matchup for quite a while. So he makes a tag into the fresher man, brings in Big E to capitalize. Might not be such a bad decision. Although, I mean, he hit Miz with the Trouble in Paradise. Miz could have been out cold. But then again, you know, Kofi may have been expecting R-Truth to go in to break that one up. So that probably was the best decision by Kofi to use that opportunity to make a tag. But now Miz counters and takes Big E down as he managed to counter that clothesline that Big E used earlier. But Big E went to the well one too many times. And now Miz and Irish Whip counter. And look at this. Oh, it turns it into a neck breaker. Nice move there by the Miz. And we can see Big E's legs have taken some damage from The Miz. And if he can just apply that figure four, he could have Big E done here. And look at this. That's exactly what Miz is going to do. He's got the figure four applied. Will Big E tap out here? No, Kofi Kingston gets in to break it up. Able to save Big E from tapping out there. And now, spine buster from the big man into the cover. But there's R-Truth to break that one up almost immediately. And that's where Big E needs to get Miz into the corner of the New Day. Because otherwise R-Truth is going to be right there to break up the pin. But if you have him in your corner, then it gives Kofi a better chance to stop R-Truth, to cut him off at the pass. Not allow him to get to the pinfall to even break it up. And oh, clothesline right there from Big E. But once again, R-Truth is right there to break that pin up. And this is where, the New Day hasn't exactly had the best ring presence here in this matchup. And that could cost them. As look at this, Big E was going for the big ending. The Miz countered, and now look at Miz. Look at Miz here. He's got Big E. Skull-crushing finale. He hits it. That could be it. Miz hooks the leg. One. But Kofi Kingston gets in to break that one up. Save the matchup for the New Day. Miz, he's got to make the tag to R-Truth here. He really needs to... something's got to give here. This match has been going on for some time. It's only a matter of time before this thing comes to an end, before somebody scores a victory. And there's a punch by The Miz, but Big E counters, and he takes him down right there with a nice counter. But once again, R-Truth is right there to break up the pinfall. I don't know what Big E's thinking, or maybe he's just trying to exhaust R-Truth here so he can't run over to break up the pinfall. Maybe that's his thought process. Maybe that's what Big E's thinking. I'm not too sure. But Kofi now in Irish whip, sending Miz over into the corner. Look at that monkey flip out of the corner. And look at Kofi. Kofi flying high with a crossbody. Cover. Not even a one count. As once again, R-Truth gets in to break that one up. That's one thing that the New Day haven't seemed to have grasped, is the whole idea of ring presence. That's just really how Miz and Truth have managed to get back into this thing. How they've managed to stay alive. It's because Kofi and Big E, they've missed their opportunities. Haven't been able to put them away. And now look at this. What a move there by Kofi into the corner. And uppercut. Dropping Miz down to the bottom turnbuckle here. Now there's a roll-up on Miz. One. Not even a one count. Miz manages to kick out. Man, Miz, he's got to stay on his guard. That could have done it. And now there's a gut buster there from Kofi. Goes into the cover once again. And once again, R-Truth is there to break up the pinfall. And this is where the AI sucks. But look at this. Miz, he makes the tag. And in comes R-Truth. Uppercut to Kofi Kingston. And now there's a forearm to the face of Big E. Drops the big man. And Lil Jimmy hits it. That may just put the New Day away. 1, 2, 3. The New Day have been defeated by Awesome Truth. Xavier Woods could do nothing but watch on. And, he just watched as his team, Big E and Kofi Kingston, were defeated. And it seems like Awesome Truth have gelled together well. They know each other's styles pretty well. And, this is a case where, two men, they're in a similar situation, so they combine their efforts, and they can achieve success. And that's what's happened here tonight, as Awesome Truth could be the next breakout tag team in Universe Mode, as they get the win over the New Day here tonight. And really, that hot tag, just R-Truth came in like a ball of fire. There was nothing really that the New Day could do. They had squandered too many opportunities, and that is why the New Day have lost. That is why Awesome Truth have won this matchup. But that is it for this tag team matchup. That was our pre-show matchup. Went on for quite a while. I'd say that was one of the better tag teams in Universe Mode. But, the tag team match is over, which means it is now time to move on to this blockbuster announcement here from The Undertaker. He's here tonight to announce his opponent for WrestleMania 30. Oh, man. Can you feel the hype? I am the hype. I'm hyped. I don't even know what I'm saying now. Undertaker is the hype. Hype is all surrounding Undertaker and who his opponent will be. Who could it be? It could be John Cena. We know that Undertaker and Cena have had their history with each other in Universe Mode. Maybe it could be someone from The Shield. You know, The Undertaker, former member of the Shield, when he was kicked out, perhaps he could challenge the Shield. Maybe as an entire group, maybe not just one-on-one. Maybe he'll challenge the whole group of the Shield. I don't know. Who else could it be? Dolph Ziggler, maybe? Maybe Taker wants redemption on Dolph Ziggler for that matchup that Ziggler won. I don't know. That's the thing though with the Undertaker. It doesn't matter who the opponent is, because I mean, it's just okay. It does matter who the opponent is, but you know, it's just the mystery surrounding WrestleMania. Will the Undertaker be there? Who's he going to be facing? Will the streak continue, or will the streak finally come to an end? 21-0. Could Taker go 22-0? Will he be 21-1? We don't know, and that's why the streak is so unprecedented. There's been nothing like it in the history of the WWE. And that's what makes The Undertaker The Undertaker. That's what makes him such an attraction. That's what makes him quite possibly the greatest WWE superstar of all time. He's been the standard bearer in the locker room for 2 decades now. I mean, Taker has been in the WWE since 1991. Or was it 1990? One or the other. But tonight we find out who in 2015 will be facing The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30. Here we go. The Undertaker, he's ready for his announcement. Who is it gonna be? Wait a minute, what the hell? What is this? What is happening right now? Oh my, does this mean what I think it means? Oh my god. Oh my god, you can't be serious. Oh, no way. No way. The Icon Sting. Is he here? Is he truly here in the WWE? The franchise of WCW? Oh my god. The Icon, the Vigilante, the franchise of WCW has arrived here in Universe Mode. Here at the Elimination Chamber pre-show, Sting has arrived. Wow. This is WrestleMania for you. This is the hype of the streak, the hype of WrestleMania. The Undertaker, I mean Sting very much so, WCW's version of The Undertaker, the standard bearer, the leader of the locker room. And even when the company seems to be failing, Sting, much like The Undertaker, he's loyal. He doesn't turn his back on them. But as we saw Sting pointing the bat at The Undertaker, oh my god, this can't be happening. You can't be serious. Pinch me, I must be dreaming. This is really happening. Sting and The Undertaker face to face, eye to eye in a WWE ring. WrestleMania 30, Sting versus The Undertaker. That's it for the pre-show. Stay tuned for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And keep on YouTubing, my friends.